Most small business owners build a website, launch it, and then never touch it again. Then they wonder why it never brings in a single call. The issue is, a beautiful website that doesn't make your phone ring is just an expensive business card. In this video, I'll show you the handful of things a small business website actually needs to turn a stranger into a phone call, and the expensive extras you can skip. Get this wrong, and you'll pay thousands for a site that's losing you customers every week. I help owner-run businesses fix websites and systems that are costing them time or customers. After 18 years making complicated systems work for non-technical people, I know exactly which parts of a site earn their keep and which just look nice in a designer's portfolio. The 5 things a website actually needs. Point 1, say what you do, who you help, and where you are in the first 3 seconds. When somebody lands on your website, they are not settling in with a cup of coffee to study every sentence. They are scanning. They want to know almost immediately, what do you do? Is it for somebody like me? And do you work where I live? Look at the first version of this plumber's website. The headline says, quality, service, excellence. There's a fine-looking background and a few moving parts. A whole row of buttons, but none of it tells me whether this company fixes leaking pipes, serves homeowners, handles commercial buildings, or even works in Rhode Island. Now look at the second version, ignoring the AI-generated hero image. Same-day plumbing repairs for homeowners in Warwick, Cranston, and East Greenwich. It's not clever. It doesn't need to be. In one sentence, the panicking person with a plumbing emergency knows they're in the right place. You know your own business inside and out because you live it every day. A first-time visitor knows none of it. When your homepage assumes people already understand what you do, you lose them before they scroll. Every business specializes in something. So for your plumbing business, you have to explain what makes your business special and why a customer is in the right place. Real quick before point 2. If you're still tracking customers in your notebook, email inbox, or a spreadsheet that's gotten out of control, I made a free basic CRM spreadsheet you can copy and use today. It helps you keep track of who you talk to, what they need, and what to follow up on next. Grab it from the link in the description. Now let's get back to what your website needs. Point 2, answer the questions that decide whether somebody calls. Once visitors know they're in the right place, a short list of practical questions starts running through their heads. Do you handle the specific problem I have? Do you serve my town? How quickly can you come out? Am I calling a real person? What happens after I contact you? You don't need to answer every question that anybody could ever ask. You just need to answer the ones that determine whether the person takes the next step. On the bad plumber site, the services are called things like residential solutions, custom solutions, and complete care. Those phrases sound professional, but they don't help a homeowner with water coming through the ceiling. On the fixed site, the services are specific. Leaking pipes and fixtures, clogged or slow drains, water heater trouble, and no heat and boiler calls. The service area was listed clearly in the headline. There's also a simple 3-step explanation. Call, get an arrival window, and approve the price before work begins. That information removes uncertainty. The visitor can picture what happens next instead of wondering what the call will turn into, if it's a sales pitch, a surprise fee, or 3 days of waiting. A good website does not answer everything. It answers the questions that are stopping the customer from calling. Point 3. Give people a reason to trust you. Once somebody knows you provide the right service, they're making another decision. Is this a real, reliable business I'm comfortable inviting into my home? A logo alone cannot answer that. Trust comes from simple proof, recent reviews, real photos, an actual name and face, examples of the work, a specific service area, and licenses or certifications when those matter. The bad version of this site says, trusted professionals serving the community, next to a generic illustration. The testimonials say things like, great work. There's no date, no town, no specific problem solved, and no owner anywhere on the page. The fixed version introduces Dan Moreno, the owner and master plumber. Again, please forgive my AI-generated image for this. It's just to make a point. It shows his Rhode Island license number, recent reviews from named customers in local towns, and photographs of the kind of work the company actually performs, sort of. Not only does that make the site more personal, It lowers the customer's sense of risk. Local customers hire people, not anonymous websites. That's also how I run Business Buddy. Clients work directly with me. They know who's doing the work, who will answer the phone, and who's accountable when something needs attention. Point 4. Give them one call to action. A website can explain everything correctly and still lose the customers if it's not clear what to do next. Look at the bad site again. In one screen, it asks the visitor to learn more, get started, request information, view services, download a brochure, follow the company on social media, and contact the office. Every button is trying to be important. When 6 things are screaming for attention, none of them feels like the right next step. The better approach is to choose one primary action and build the page around it. For this plumber, it's a phone call. The phone number is visible at the top, the main button says call now, and the same action appears again after the introduction, the services, and the frequently asked questions. And it's set up so that when a user is actually using a phone, the call button stays visible at the bottom of the screen, one tap away. For another kind of business, that button might be booking a consultation, ordering online, or signing up for a trial class. The call to action changes, but the principle does not. Give people one clear door. You can still include normal navigation and secondary information, but do not make the visitor choose among 6 equally important invitations. Do not make the customer hunt for the door when they're ready to walk through it. Point 5. Keep it fast, mobile-friendly, and simple. Most local customers will view your website from their phone for the first time, often while they're distracted or dealing with the problem that they need you to fix. That means the site has to load quickly. It has to fit the screen, use readable type, and make the phone number easy to tap. A constantly changing headline, oversized animations, 5 different fonts, and a page that forces people to pinch and zoom become obstacles to getting them to call. If they don't already know who you are, they're probably not going to deal with all that, and they'll just go to a site that actually works on a phone. The bad Harborview site is built the way that many older sites behave. It has a wide, fixed layout that breaks on small screens. It has tiny contact information, and it has decorative effects that compete with the main message. The good version is lightweight and responsive. The important information stays visible. The buttons are large enough to tap. The layout works whether the visitor is on a laptop or a phone. As with all of my small business tips, fix the fundamentals first. Sometimes the highest value changes are just a clearer headline or real proof, a visible phone number, and a page that finally works on a phone. Ask your niece or nephew to test your site. If they can't figure out how to call you in 3 seconds, then non-tech savvy actual customers definitely won't be able to call you. So, to recap, before you call somebody and spend money rebuilding the website, run through a checklist and do it from the perspective of the customer. As a customer, can I instantly tell what this business does, who it helps, and where it operates? Does it answer the questions that decide whether I will call? Does it give me a reason to trust the people behind it? Is the main call to action obvious? And does the site work properly on a phone? If the answer to any of those is no, that's where I would start first. Here's the catch. Knowing what your website needs and actually building one that's fast, mobile first, and set up to convert are 2 very different things. It's easy to end up with a half-finished site and a dozen open tabs, more confused than when you started. Fixing and building these for local businesses is part of what I do. If you want one person to figure out what's wrong, fix what matters, hand it over, and pick up the phone when you need something, check out the first link in the description to see how we can work together. The first call is free, no pitch. But before you spend $1 on a website, watch this one next, where I break down how your Google business profile is costing you customers. Because if your profile looks abandoned or shows you're closed when you're not, potential customers just move on. Fixing it will generate sales you didn't even know you were missing. Go watch it.